make yourself
Well,
be funny.
Howard, stop talking. Welcome to Howard Howpow's description of the farmlands. Welcome to the show, Howpow.
Thank you, Zach. It's a pleasure to be here as always. So yeah, this is the farmland section of the white salmon, upstream pretty high. It's a super fun run. Doesn't get as much recognition as the middle, which everybody knows about. That's the raft section, nor the famous truss, which is downstream. But this is a great section, and it starts off with a bang. Here comes a rapid called the Doorbell, and you want to, at this level, just try to go up and over the big rock, boom. And then, as you can see already, the nature of the farmlands is tight, steep, relatively short drops. And the key is keeping your speed, knowing where you're going, and staying off the walls. So
I think one thing about the farmlands is there's big holes you could get beat down in. You have to go through smaller holes. Like you're gonna get hit in the face with water a lot.
This rapid here, the third one, I don't know its name, but it's kind of a. Can I say the word fucker?
You just did. So
okay, it is kind of one of those, and you just need to hit it hard and go down the left here, and it causes more trouble, boom, than any other rapid. You can see how if that curler flipped you and it pushed you up against the right wall, you might say lose your boat, which I did like once 5 years ago. And that brings up another point. This is called Little Lava, which you run that one on the left too. This is not a fun place to hike out of, even though it's roadside. It's kind of steep. Look at those cliff walls. You know, it's better to not lose your gear here if you can help it. And so to that end, I think this is a good river to run for the first time with someone who knows the lines. You would agree?
I've never seen anybody swim in this section, but it would be really hard to get to shore.
Oh yeah.
And collect your boat and your paddle. I feel like a swim in here because of the vertical walls.
Yep.
Would be pretty nasty.
Yeah. When I got out of my boat that one time, whatever it was, much to my eldest son's amazement and slight amusement actually, because he'd never seen me swim. I taught him the boat.
Oh, you swam here?
Oh yeah, on that third one. I got it shoved up against the right wall, and my offside roll is no good. I've been working on it since. So now it's only kind of no good. But back then it was non-existent, and I had to swim. And I had to basically, climb down the walls, jump in some of these class 4 rapids, make my way down till we finally found a place I could get out.
Did your boat pass Little Lava?
Oh yeah, my boat went all the way. It went
That's
very
brutal.
far. It was crazy.
So all this section here, you had to.
Yeah. I'm hiking
down.
I'm hiking and swimming and like muttering to myself and being very unhappy. And then, so yeah, it just kind of zips right along. I'd say after those first 3 drops and then Little Lava, which is the 4th one, it mellows out a little bit, right? It's less. I think you're less likely to have issues at that point.
But there's that little hole just past Little Lava.
There is,
right?
and you want to be on the left there. So again, rather than guess your first time, I think it's good to have someone who knows where to go. And then here we're gonna.
And it's sorry to interrupt, but it's really hard to read and run this river.
It is.
Like above the rapids, it's hard to know where to go, and there's not really eddies to pull over and look. So it is very nice having somebody who knows the lines to follow.
And even that said, like to me, this is it's like a fight for visibility. When I'm having good lines here, I'm getting to the top. I'm like squinting a little bit because the water's going to splash my eyes. I want to see where I'm going. And if I get a quick look, I can see which way the curlers are lined up and what I have to do. And then you hit it hard for a little.
Interrupt. This is a key eddy catch.
Key eddy catch.
Right.
This is 2 drops above the old lava dam.
Why 1 drop above the lava dam?
Yes, if you count the lava. Correct. There's
eddy above like a class
4 rapid.
4-ish little drop. And then below there is a sieve on the left. And it's not a place you'd want to have a mistake.
No. People have already lost a couple boats in there this year. The boats disappear into the sieve, stay for some period, and then sometimes come out usually in not very good shape. Yeah. So terrible place to swim. So yeah, you can run this rapid, but the entrance to the lava dam, the higher it is, the easier it is to run it. But it makes me nervous, so we portage it. And here's the lava dam itself. That whole thing used to be completely covered with water all the time, and then something changed about it, and now water goes down under through it. which
and
is
the
scary.
sieve is on the left right there. You can kind of see it. It's going down a frame. For a while, all the water is going through the sieve.
That's right.
Now it's slow, like something slowed it down.
Yeah.
And some water is going over the drop.
Yeah. At this level, less water goes in the sieve because it's not going up and over and into it. And then at a certain level, if it gets lower than this, you can't even run the lava dam. You have to walk over it, which is an interesting exercise too. Here's the one right after lava. Again, same theme, bashing down, trying to keep your speed, take a stroke where it's important, stay off the walls, keep it moving.
You're just taking hits. That's the part I wish I remembered.
It's kind of fun.
You kind of have to take some hits.
Yeah,
it's hard to avoid stuff.
The hits they're not like brutal hits. They're kind of enjoyable. The boat, kicks around, and you can sometimes use the kick to maneuver it. It's fun, like this kind of thing here.
This is triple drop, right?
Triple drop, boom, over the hole. That happened to be a good skip there. That hole can get you. I know someone.
I've been beat down there.
Yeah, I was
a higher water.
I won't. Yeah, I won't out you then. That was your spot. And then, yeah, but luckily this is where the action temporarily ends for a while. So you didn't have to swim a bunch of Class 4 rapids.
Yeah, if you did, this would be a very unpleasant swim.
Oh sure.
But also, there's a pool below here, so you would get your boat. We had somebody swim at Lava Falls one time back up there, and she had to hike up and around to get back down to where we got her boat.
Well, and there was a guy who once died. He swam there, and there was a log, section. And he got pushed up against it. It was, it's very unfortunate. And
yeah, so in that lava canyon, the section below Lava Falls, there was a dangerous log.
And he swam above it.
I don't think I would run that if there's a log down there. I think I would.
Well, I don't think he had a choice. It was at the.
I'd just stay home. I wouldn't come.
Well, there's that.
If I heard there's a log there, I'm like, I don't want to deal with that even possibly.
Yeah. Well, you're smart boater. This is why you're a river professional.
So we just did the doldrums. We just had paddled a mile or two of just Class 2 plus 3.
Super pretty, good place to look around. And then there's the second canyon, which is super fun, Class 4, I would say, but less menacing, a little more frolicking than the upper canyon. There's one bigger rapid in it, probably the biggest rapid of the run, called Off Ramp, which we'll get to in a little bit. But again, mostly, it's more of the same. Keep it moving.
And if you had to hike out here, you could.
Here you could.
If your boat just went, you're like,
yep.
I'm going to hike out.
Well, my boat went all the way down to here, and my son went, with our other people that day while I climbed out of the canyon. He found it, and there's actually a road down here somewhere that you can get it out of, but that was a bit of an adventure.
Yeah.
This might be the very same boat. I'm not sure. I think this could be, yeah.
Like the Nirvana did this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. No, offside roll is a good thing, Zach. I need to, it's one of the biggest weaknesses I have. I've just never learned to offside roll.
I never have either.
I learned in the C1. And,
I feel like I could do in a pool if I had to, but then applying the real world.
Yeah, up against a wall at the bottom of a Class 4 rapid where you've screwed up, that's a lot of pressure. But it would have come in handy to at least know how to try to do it.
So here we're above Off Ramp. This is probably the hardest rapid on the run. It's typically scouted. This is the first time I've done it, nobody scouted it.
I feel like I know it well enough that if I can just see the very bottom, that's enough of a scout for me, but I know what's going on here. And essentially you want to approach the bottom with some speed and right side up. You don't want to be coming over this.
You definitely don't want to be upside down.
A friend of ours, who shall go nameless, got to experience this upside down the other day, and apparently he was fine.
Oh, recently?
Mm-hmm. Former raft guide of yours.
Oh man.
Looks sort of like Justin Bieber, but we'll say no more.
You're now just outing him.
Oh, sorry, bro. But he was fine, and he's his usual fun, irrepressible self after it's no biggie.
If that happened to me, I would not be fun and irrepressible.
No, I don't know. What are you gonna do? Shit happens sometimes.
I might rethink my own kayaking.
Nah, I wouldn't.
I don't want to go upside down anymore. It's not fun.
Well, either do I. So that's why I'm paddling really hard here. Try not to go upside down. Carry my speed, and then finish the run. Boom. Yeah, that's kind of the theme. Is try to get a view, conform to the water, be on the correct hip at the correct time, and carry your speed and stay off the walls.
I think if you're driving to the right and you go over any of that on the right side, you'll bounce over it.
Yep. Just got to hit it kind of hard. And then There is an example here coming up in a bit of what happens if you don't pay attention and get up against a wall. I'm going to.
That's right.
The things I will do for you and the viewing public, Zach, was all totally on purpose, just to demonstrate what not to do.
You successfully ran the river, and now you're like, let me show the public what happens.
Let me show you what not to do
if you don't follow the advice I'm giving.
That's right. That's right. It was a well-executed stunt. Don't try this at home, kids. It'll be in a few minutes, I think.
It's coming up pretty quick.
Well, yeah. Look how fast I'm paddling. Damn. Look at me go. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Let's see. Somewhere there's a piece. Oh, yeah. I got mesmerized by that log down there, which you can duck under just fine. And I'm like, I wonder where I go on that log. Whoa, I'm on the wall. Okay. And it worked out, but I leaned onto it and it wasn't too bad. But that's the thing not to do. You can definitely get pushed on these walls and flip and maybe get stuck in a little alcove or whatever. So stay away. And then we've just got a few more drops to go to the takeout. I think that one was that the cheese grater. There's one called the cheese grater where you want to run on the far right. Again, it's good to know where you're going. Go with someone the first time.
I mean, I don't even know all these lines. I've done it, I don't know, 6 or 7 times now.
God, I've been down dozens and dozens of times over the years, but even so, my main thing is make sure you can see, blink, don't, fight for visibility, get a view, and then hit it hard and stay off the walls.
And my advice is know you're going to have to go through some hits.
Yep.
So, just hit them hard.
Hit them hard.
Hit them straight, hit them hard, and just, don't you got to be a little bit aggressive.
It's a beautiful run, though, and, again, it doesn't get as much pub. Is that a word? No.
Just trying to be cool, but it's not.
It didn't work. It doesn't get as much publicity as the truss below it because it's not like the Doodley truss. That's where all the cool kids go.
But also it doesn't run as often.
It'll run all winter. It'll run in the fall. It takes a narrow
flow window, though.
Yeah, it's just in the winter. It's icy. It's cold. I don't like to do it in the winter. And it's
really far away.
Yeah, but springtime into early summer, it's a good time. This was like 3 3/4 on the Hewsum gauge, but there's also this gauge now at the truss that a friend of ours put in. I think it was like 3.5.
Is the gauge
3,
here
6.
that the truss put in?
Yeah, we neglected to look at it.
Yeah, okay.
But maybe we can see it on video and then we can freeze frame it. I don't know.
So when you go to the truss, you walk down and you look at.
I think you can
here.
see it from different vantage points. Let's see if we can spot it. It's a bro gauge.
Somebody should put a webcam on the bro gauge.
Yeah, how about you?
I'm good. Okay, so this boof Michael's about to do, I don't know if you see it right there. It's some levels is amazing.
Yeah,
today it wasn't amazing.
I decided it didn't look that good, so I just
it looks awesome.
Deferred.
I remember one time hitting it and just flying in the air, but this day I think it's a little bit high. I just kind of plopped over it. It wasn't that exciting.
And then here comes the takeout, and we'll get a view of the famous bridge. I think there it is.
Oh look, I'm boofing up there.
Look at you go, dude. That was sick.
It wasn't that exciting. But now we have to get up the hill, and this is one of the downsides of the Farmlands. Maybe why it's not as popular,
right?
Because you're not climbing a cliff, but you're not hiking up either. Yeah, it's sort of in between.
It's better to rope the boats out. And I'm really bad at this kind of thing.
The way we did, or a different way?
Yeah, like we did.
Yeah.
I'm bad at this sort of thing. Here I am, like trying to figure out how am I going to get out of here. I don't know what to do.
Here's what you do: you get out of the way. See how you're just standing there talking?
Yeah. Well, it gets worse.
I know. I was there.
I will put my boat on my shoulder,
and then you were
now I'm like stuck. Now what do I do? And you're just like, here, give me your boat.
You're like a non-player character running into a wall.
It was Oh well. And then
when you say rope up this one little section.
Well, you can rope it up further too.
Like throw back way up there, throw it back down, and pull it up.
Yeah, that's what I like
to
do.
Not terrible.
Michael was really nice, and he had mercy on me because he knows how terrible I am at this sort of thing. He just took my boat out.
I know how terrible you are too, but I don't have mercy on you.
No, you don't. But Michael's nicer than you are.
All right, this is about to end. Any final thoughts? How before?
No, it's over? Great run, and thank you for listening.
All right, don't forget to
like and
follow
subscribe.
Howard on Instagram at.
No, it's
Howard something.
No, I'm not on it. You're a Gear Garage TV.
No, you're on your Instagram.
I am?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right.
But
I have to change it to public.
Change it to How Pal.
All right. We'll do this.
Okay. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.